Hey, what's up guys and gals, my name is Ricknineg. Thank you so much for joining me with another episode of Fact or Fiction, I Love Lucy. If you haven't yet visited ricknineg.com to look at some of my merchandise, the items I have there are a great reminder to be hopeful, which is something I always promote in all of my videos. The episode that we're going to be looking at is called Lucy's Italian Movie. It was found in the 5th season of the I Love Lucy series, and of course it has the great scene where Lucy and that grape woman are fighting and getting really crazy in that grape vat, getting covered in grape juice. Now you may have heard that Lucy might have drowned or was very close to drowning in this episode. Is that true? Well, we're going to take a look at that. Let's get right to it. Now, if you're familiar with this episode, you know the gang is traveling through Europe by train trying to reach Italy. When they do reach it, Lucy gets this wonderful, well, I guess not so wonderful idea of soaking up some local color, as she says. So she makes her way to Turo, which is a small town where they made grapes into wine the old-fashioned way. The Desilu prop man, Jerry Megan, says, "We made the vat out of metal. The purpose of that was for Lucy not to get hurt during the fight scene with the woman who would play opposite her. Her name was Teresa Torelli. She was a real grape stomper from the Napa Valley area in Northern California." They were going to put mattresses on the bottom of the vat to help cushion their fall. However, they thought this would be dangerous with them soaking up all of the water. So instead, they used rubberized form of horsehair, which turned out to work perfectly. Prop man Megan continues by saying that there was another problem that really made the shoot difficult. Lucy's hair was very sensitive to dye, so they had to make something so that her hair and face, when they turned purple in the hotel room scene, didn't give her an allergic reaction. At the last minute, they came up with a water-soluble makeup, 1 gallon of it to a 5-gallon drum of water, and that worked perfect. You'll be surprised to know that the actual fight between Lucy and Teresa Torelli was not in the original script. According to Jess Oppenheimer, the producer of I Love Lucy, he said that there's really no clear answer as to why the fight concept got started, but they seemed that in the first dress rehearsal they felt that the scene needed a little bit more and it didn't build up quite to the height that they wanted it to move up to. So the actors were absolutely free to do whatever they wanted and kind of improvise, which is very rare for I Love Lucy. Now note that actress, Teresa Torelli, the Italian grape stomper, she was not an actress. She spoke very little English, and so it was kind of hard to communicate with her. It was not easy to explain directions to her. Lucy wanted the fight sequence to be realistic as possible, but on the night of filming, March 8th, 1956, she had no idea that Miss Torelli would suddenly become a method actress. This is an actual quote from Lucille Ball that explains what happened. She says, "I didn't want the scene to be a little tug of war. I wanted it to look as real as possible. But since we hadn't worked with the grapes in the vat during rehearsals, I had no idea what I was in store for. Once the fight started, the lady was bent on drowning me. At one point, she literally held my head under the water, and I had to fight to get my breath back. A lot of that was edited out on the final print. Looking back, of course, I'm glad that it happened the way it did, because the scene was so good." End quote. So I recommend everyone who hasn't taken a good look at that scene to really pay attention to what is going on here. Lucy is truly struggling for her life, trying to get her head out of the water and really fighting her. You can see the expressions in her face. Of course, she's a great actress, but no, those are all real. She was fighting for her life. So yes, this is absolutely true and a fact, guys and gals. Lucy almost drowned in this scene in the episode Lucy's Italian Movie. So thank you so much, guys and gals, for watching this. If you truly enjoyed this and you want to see more content just like this, please hit that subscribe button. It does help out my channel so much, and that like button right next to it. Don't forget, guys and gals, to always stay positive and keep hopeful no matter what problems we may have. We all have them. I have them. You have them. But the most important thing is to know that tomorrow will be a new day and there's hope for things getting better. All right, guys and gals, don't forget, be hopeful.